I saw you sipping your coffee, Michelle. What are you drinking?
Coffee today.
Mm, amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my caramel macchiato.
Oh, love caramel macchiatos.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, everybody. Wow, no intro music. That's because we're not simulcasting on radio. It's just YouTube today. It's me and Michelle just hanging out with you guys in the chat. Now, I did the promotions for this live show, and I kind of messed up because like the banners have, live chat, your calls, free readings. It's like, no, we're not doing calls. Yeah. If you want to call on the phone lines, you're gonna have to wait till Thursday evening. That's the next time we're gonna be doing a show with calls, and it'll be in the evening. Yep. I still don't know who, if anybody, is even joining me for that show. I haven't talked to Charlotte or you, Michelle, or well, I talked to Ellie, and we were going to do a show tomorrow and decided against it. One thing is I'd have to move it to the day because I'm doing karaoke tomorrow night. It's our once a month second Wednesday karaoke at the American Legion. And people hate it when I miss that. So and I hate it when I miss that. And if I moved it to the day, then Ellie couldn't do it because Ellie, you know, she has her new muggle job during the day.
Right.
So yeah. But so I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna do a show at all. I'm just gonna take the entire day off. And I took yesterday off too. And there was just so much happening, and nothing to do with the Tarot Guild or Psychic Cafe or Psychic Talk, nothing like that. It was just stuff around the house, taking care of the parents, and just endless stuff in regular life beyond what we do here and at the guild. So it was like, okay, yeah, I cannot do a show today. And then we're doing the day show today, and I'm like, I'm not going to do Wednesday either. Every other day is not too bad, right?
Yeah, yeah. I like every other day.
Yeah. And so, oh, we got Samil came in. How are you guys? We're
Oh,
doing
hi, Sunil.
we're doing good. We're doing good. Are you new to the channel? Dan's saying hi. By the way, Dan's in the chat too. Hi, Dan. Yeah. And
Hi, Dan. No.
if if you're listening to this anywhere other than on our YouTube channel, maybe you're listening to it on Psychic Talk. Um, well, it would be like on the Psychic Cafe, or I posted the YouTube show on a couple other places that people might be watching it on that platform. If you're doing that, you're missing the chat. You're missing out on the chat. So this is what you do. You open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/live. In fact, I can put it up there for you guys. Gonna try to put it up anyway here. There it is. Okay. Psychic.cafe/live. There it is on the screen. And just write that down because it's good for all of our shows. So if we have a show that day, all you gotta do is make sure you have the right time, because remember, now we do evening shows too. So 11 a.m. Pacific or 6:30 p.m. Pacific is when the shows start. And you just type in psychic.cafe/live, and that will take you there. That's right. That's right. Awesome sauce. Okay, let me X this out here. And then if you have a question, just put it in the chat. Oh, Samil said I came once before. This is my second time. Oh, cool.
I
It,
thought so. Okay.
yeah. I know I've seen somebody with a similar name, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if it was him or I didn't think it was him though, because the uh the little icon was a different color, Anyway, it's more orangey than red like it is now in there. Yeah, so in the chat room you can because we don't have the phone lines. In the chat room, just go ahead and type in your question. Be very specific what your question is, not floating around the issue. What do you really want to know about the issue? And try to keep it concise. Write like one or two lines. You don't want to write an entire book.
Yeah.
I've had people write 2 or 3 lines and send it and then write another couple lines and then another line. And it's like, oh my god, I cannot read all this, folks. It's like, put it in a couple of sentences. What do you really want to know? We don't even need specifics. I mean, the way I do things, when I do the yes no spread, I mean, you can just go, hey, this thing, yes or no, and I'll be like, yes,
Yep.
yeah. Or if you just want it like a general message from the universe, you can ask for that too. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, maybe Michelle will use one of her other decks. Like, I just think that Oracle decks are really good for um general messages, whereas like the Lenormand or the tarot cards are good for like the specific questions.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my general feel on that. Yeah. Hey, so before we take any questions, we have to wait for actually the people put questions in. Oh, hey, there's Charlotte. Hello, fellow cafe friends. Hi, Dad, and the lovely Michelle. I'm her dad now. Look at that. I knew I was. Oh, I know I'm turning
Wow.
60 in June, but I'm not that old. Come on.
Right?
She meant Dax, and that's the funny thing. Like a lot of times, autocorrect will change Dax to Dan or Dax to Dad. And if you're doing the voice to text thing, and you say hi Dax and the lovely Michelle, you get Dad instead or Dan. I love the
Yep.
Dan one. Yeah. Oh,
Hi, Miss Charlotte.
it's so funny. I was looking around for something and I found this old, I don't know why I saved it. There's this old nameplate that I never used because it was for when I was second vice commander of the American Legion post. And they sent me the name tag, nameplate that you put on. And it
Mm-hmm.
says your name and it says what post it is. And it says, vice commander, um, they sent Dan Carlisle. They didn't spell it with an X, and I had to reorder it and make big exclamation marks. It's like it's XDAX. But for some reason I don't know why, but for some reason I kept the plate, the name plate. It's in all my junk. Anyway, very
You
strange.
would. You would.
Dan says my birthday's in June as well. When's Dan's birthday?
June 30th.
Oh, okay. So he's a Cancer though. See, I'm
Yes.
a Gemini. He's a Cancer. I like
Yes.
Cancers though. So sometimes they have some
Yeah.
really nice.
Apparently, I do too.
Sometimes they have really nice qualities I mean, like what the stuff we do. Cancers make really good, advisors and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie K is back. Hi, Jamie. Hello, glad to be here again today.
Hi,
Yes,
Jamie.
yes. So, for those of you that were, oh, yeah, Charlotte corrected it. Oops, Daxi. I forgot that she did Daxi, not Dax.
Yep.
Um, and you do Daximillion. But yeah, for those just joining us, and you're like, what happened to the show yesterday? life happened. It was ridiculous. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous. And Ellie was going to do the show with me tomorrow night, but as I explained earlier, I'm going to do karaoke. And so, like, she can't be on the show during the day. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm not even going to do a show. It's like, I like the network having a show every day for everybody, but it starts to get repetitious. I mean, I know our subscriber base is growing, but like Charlotte said to me the other day, it's like it's the same 10 people here.
Hmm.
I mean, different people sometimes on the phone line. So the days that we have the phone lines, but here in the chat, it's the same 10, 15, 20 people, and yes, our subscriber, it's great. We got over 500. Um, Hopefully that'll translate to us eventually getting monetization. but, but I'm not really caring that much about it. It's okay. We have our own psychic.cafe/coffee link. It's our tip jar. We don't need to do the super chats. You guys can just go over to psychic.cafe/coffee and buy Michelle and I a cup of coffee. But it'd be nice. But the additional subscribers are not translating to like a lot of different people coming in and taking advantage of, hey, we're here every day to answer your questions. And I'm not just talking about doing little mini readings for you guys for your life issues, but everything else. Cause like a lot of our listeners are members of the guild, the Tarot Guild, you know, cafe members. They're member of our new community at psychic.cafe. Yeah. Did you know we have a new community? You can go join it. It's free. Psychic.cafe. It's just like Facebook, but it's for psychic stuff. Yeah. It's just all psychic all the time. Tarot, numerology, psychic mediumship, astrology, the whole thing. Whatever you want to talk about on that platform, all the time. And you know, oh, I forgot what I was talking about, Michelle. What were we talking about? So, it's all the other questions that you could be asking,
Right.
like about the guild. And maybe you want to become a professional, like professional tarot reader, professional psychic advisor, psychic medium, astrologer, numerologist, whatever. How do I get certified? Should I get certified? How can I put, do I need a website? Hint, you really don't. If you're brand new and you don't want to spend hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars, you don't have to. You can put your business right here. That's right. You can have a URL right to your profile, just like Michelle and I. Like for instance, I'm going to show them Michelle. There's her URL, psychic.cafe/Michelle. And mine is /Dax. You guys can have custom URLs like that. You can put your business
Hmm.
on Psychic Cafe with a lot of other people, all of us working together, creating content, doing these shows, and trying to, the rising
Get
tide.
yourself out there.
The
Bring.
ri- the
Yeah.
rising tide lifts all boats. So
Yeah.
instead of you spending $1,000, and don't forget you have to spend monthly too, like 10, $15 a month for hosting. So that's at least 120, 150 or more a year. Um just for the hosting. And then you have to pay if you don't want to do it yourself or don't have the time or don't have the technical, you don't want to go through the learning curve. Even those really simple, they tell you, oh yeah, talk into the AI and the AI is going to make the website for you. I'm sorry, folks. I build websites. You still have to tweak it and get it the way you want it. AI can't do it for you. And then, you know, they have Wix and Shopify and all these, really cool website builders and all. And they are good. They're good. But each one of them, I don't care. There's a learning curve. And if you're a business owner, you might not have time to do that. So, you can go ahead and put your business up here. Put your business on psychic.cafe. And then we're all together and helping each other. And then these shows are helping you because we send traffic there. And every time somebody does a blog post or does a article or post a video or whatever, and we promote it, and people get to the website, and then they discover all of our pages, you know, on there and stuff. So, and also you can use our URLs. By the way, you can talk to me and Michelle in between shows. Let us know things you want us to talk about, people you want us to interview on our shows. Michelle also has her Michelle's Mystic Corner, and she's going to do her first interview actually this month. So if you have favorite deck authors, book authors, but you can also book readings with us as well. If you want a private, longer reading, you can go to psychic.cafe/dax or psychic.cafe/Michelle. Can't talk today. There you go. All righty. And Dan's sticking it in the chat there for us. Thank you. Oh, Ladybug's back. Hi, Lady. Ladybug. So yeah, we're open to all kinds of questions about, about tarot, about numerology, about psychic development, law of attraction. As I mentioned, getting certified, starting your business, growing your business, maybe you have questions about doing a radio show slash podcast or a YouTube show. We've done it. We've been doing this for 14 years. Yeah. So pick our brains. We're happy to help out. Maybe you are curious about, well, I don't know if I want to go and do that learning curve and figure out how to get it to go out, to how you get your show to, to do it live, and how does that become a recording, and then how does that go out to Podbean and iTunes and all the other podcast outlets, and how do you do all that? If you don't want to go through the learning curve and figure out YouTube and YouTube lives and God forbid you want phone lines. Oh my God, how do you connect Blog Talk with your YouTube live? Yeah, we got that all covered. You can become a host on Psychic Talk, and you don't have to go through that learning curve. We'll fill you in on all of it. In fact, we do most of it for you. There you go. So
Yep.
let's see. I was looking in there, and there might be one or two questions coming in. Before we do the chat, though, let's take a look at the numerology of the day.
Yeah.
So it's Tuesday, April 9th. So 9 is the philanthropist. It's the end of the cycle. It's like, what beliefs no longer serve me that I can get rid of? What relationships are toxic or no longer serve me? Bad habits, anything like that, that you want to get rid of. This is the day. Or even physical objects, that stuff at the back of the closet that's been there for a year and you haven't touched it. So literally and figuratively clean out those closets there, and then the entire date reduces to the 3 energy: creativity and communication. When I was cutting the deck, I got the 5 of Pentacles as my heart of the matter card, cutting to the heart of the matter. And of course, we know that card's literally I'm out in the snow, out in the cold. It's a challenge card, it's hardship, it's a 5 card. So 5s, right? So 5 is high energy, but it's change. Sometimes it can digress down into, spiral out of control into chaos. And then I got the fabulous a Knight of Pentacles. So, that's practical hard work. He's taking a practical approach. Now you get these 2 cards together, and we're looking at, this combination is indicative of like a situation of financial instability and the need to, take practical and productive action towards resolving it. That's what this combination is. So some of you may be working on that today. Now I actually skipped the last day or two doing my little daily video, which I excerpt out of these shows, for the numerology and the cards of the day for the next day. I haven't been doing it, but I also had a lot of technical problems on Sunday, didn't do a show yesterday. So now we're going to try to get back to it. I'm going to do uh the stuff for tomorrow. I'm going to do the cards of the day and the numerology for tomorrow. So hang on a second. I have to record this. So here's the numerology and cards of the day for Wednesday, April 10th. Of course, obviously 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. So that's new beginning, self, leadership, that one energy. The entire date reduces to 4. So it's the structure and plans. When I was cutting the deck today, I got, for the heart of the matter, the 2 of Wands. So whenever there's 2, there's relationship, there's 2 possibilities, there's often choice involved, uh planning, decision making, having vision, projects. You can tell that. And of course it's Wand, so it's fire, so it's that kind of passion energy there. Then for the card of the day, I got the Hierophant. That's right. The Hierophant. One of the oddest cards, I think. I don't know how you feel, Michelle. It's like one of the oddest cards to me. It's supposed to be like
Yeah.
the Pope or something. It's about tradition, conformity, the establishment, traditional religions, like the man-made ones.
Right. Like government.
Yeah. See, I
Hmm.
I think I think of the high priestess. The high priestess has the two what
The
do you call
lettering.
it? No, the two
Oh, the
columns,
pillars.
pillars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those words. I couldn't think of columns or pillars just then. I had a senior moment brain fart, we call those. Um, but that card, the high priestess, and also I throw in, what's the one with Michael on it? Archangel Michael, so like the temperance card. I think of those two as more of the spirituality cards or modern religion, as
Hmm.
as opposed to the Hierophant, So
Right.
so there's all this tradition and conformity. Sometimes you need to conform, sometimes you need to buck the system. Now, these two cards together is interesting. Okay. So, we're talking about an important decision that requires the guidance of an experienced mentor or leader who can provide valuable advice and support. It's something like that. So that's the other one. The Hermit card is like that, but also the Hierophant, where it could mean a mentor or a teacher, especially a teacher, but anything like a mentor, leader of some kind, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I got
Absolutely.
for April 10th. What about you, Michelle? Did you pull any cards?
So for April 10th,
Mm-hmm.
I got my cards down. Comparison. And I like this comparison because there is the very small branch, if you will, and then
Okay.
the large tree. And
Uh,
and this card is really talking about how are you viewing you? Are you comparing yourself to others? Are you comparing yourself to yourself? And that sounds weird, but you put your own self on this pedestal and of perfection, and then you have all these other people coming in saying you need to be here, wherever that may be, and you're still over here but it's okay to be here because this is where you need to be so you can grow. So, comparison, go into your mind and find where you belong within yourself.
Mm.
And take the time take the time today to really love on yourself because nobody can love you like you.
Mm. Awesome, Michelle. There you go, everybody. Hope that helps you out today. And we'll be doing this again. Let's see. Thursday. Yeah. So I was looking in the chat here, see what's coming up. I got a question from Samil that I'm going to look at, and then I'm going to have you. I think, Michelle, I'm going to have you pull cards for Jamie. Jamie has a question. What do I need to know, see, understand right now in order to unblock whatever is blocking me from living a happy life? Wow, that's a lot. Okay, Michelle, answer all of Jamie's life, forever thing. Everything about. So she says, I've become, is that a she? Sometimes Jamie, well, Jamie with the IE is usually she,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or am I got,
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
don't
I
know.
can't remember now. Anyway, I've become codependent in an abusive, unhappy marriage. I cannot seem to bring myself to file for divorce. I almost said dessert. Maybe that's what she needs. Dessert.
Dessert.
Yes. Okay, so pull some cards on that. Now, Samil is right now in a difficult phase in their higher education. Can you do for my financial condition in the future? Okay, so this is the thing I'm seeing here. I got the 10 of Pentacles. So there's two things with this. This is familial wealth, family wealth, legacy. There might be some legacy or some money, some family money or something that you're missing out on, Simil. Or it could also be that you haven't asked everybody in your family that might be able to help you out a little bit financially, just while you're in school, and then you can maybe even repay them back, you know. But another thing this card means sometimes is investments, all right? And what I'm feeling is that you could get additional grants, I think, to help you out financially. And it might not be specifically they may be specifically for the schooling, but they might not be. There might be things out there you have to explore. There might be help that doesn't involve that necessarily. It might be a windfall, some kind of um monies, funds that you can tap into that will help you. That there's, other things. So, I can't, I'm trying to think of a good example, but I can't think of it right now. But it's basically like, for instance, you may be going to school, but you're becoming, okay, so you're becoming a female entrepreneur. Okay. And there may be a grant for female entrepreneurs that is not specifically for your schooling, but would help you during your schooling. You could get the grant. So that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm not doing a good job of explaining this, and I don't have really great examples, but I feel like there's funds available that you're not tapping into. um you know uh some of this stuff is affirmative action, is race based, is gender based, is, I mean, there's grants for military veterans, there's grants for LGBT folks, there's grants for everything under the sun. So I think you need to do more looking. You need to do more searching. In fact, oh, that's one of the cards I got, the Three of Wands. I feel like you can, and this is like the ship coming in card, right? but he's still on the top of the precipice, looking out, looking, searching. You should do some more searching in those areas. Try to find other endowments, or I mean, there's so much. Oh my God, it's like endless out there. So that's what I'm getting for you, Samil. I hope that helps. And Michelle, what'd you get for Jamie?
So for Jamie, I got, she asked, she wants to know what knowledge. No, I'm sorry. What to see, know, and understand. So, what she needs to know is the dream.
Mm-hmm.
She once upon a time had a dream, Jamie. You once upon a time had a dream, and you want to continue living that dream. But it's time to move on to a new adventure, because sometimes dreams don't always pan out and you have to come up with new dreams, right? And that's okay. It's time to go on a new adventure. But you need to know you are not alone. You have guidance. You have spirit guides, you have guardian angels, you have support with friends or family. Um, People in different communities are there to help you on your path. As for a divorce, I feel like you are in a spot where you just, a divorce is not in your nature. And getting a divorce would be not something that would complete you in your puzzle of life. However, you're not being completed in this marriage if you are unhappy and being abused. And in order to be able to complete yourself and to be whole, you have to be able to tap into your higher self. You have to be able to get out of an abusive situation so that you can fit all the pieces of yourself back into yourself. And that's really a hard thing to do. So it is time to get a new dream, step into a new adventure, and let your guides be your guiding force.
Mm.
So I hope that was helpful for you, Jamie.
Cool, cool, cool. Oh, and I need to go back to Samil because apparently there was something with the question. Okay, so few things going on in chat. Heidi just popped in, so I wanted to say hi.
Hi,
Jill's,
Heidi.
yeah, and if you got, I don't think we mentioned it yet, but Meta Crazy Jill's in there too. I didn't even see Jill come in because we've been busy.
Hi,
Yeah.
Jill.
And Charlotte accidentally deleted Ladybug's question. So Ladybug, just put it back in again and we'll get to it in a minute. And then Samil said, I was asking about my financial condition after my career starts. Oh, it's like I did not get that at all. In fact, I just went back and reread the question and I'm like, okay, I'm not getting where that's asking about after your career starts. But I did pull some more cards just in case. Here's what's really cool. Today's numerology that for the date is the 3. So it's the creativity and communication. So I pulled 2 cards and got 2 3 cards.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. The Empress and the 3 of Cups, it's celebrating. I mean, it looks like your financial situation is going to be really good once your career starts. This is the thing I'm going to say though. It's really difficult to predict what's going to happen. First of all, I don't know how far out that is. I mean, are we talking 6 months or a year, or are we talking 2 or 3 years? I mean, you're how do I put it, Michelle? Your new career you're starting might not take off for 5 years, till it's
Right.
really good. So if I predict that it's going to be crappy, um, first of all, how does that help you? Well, you're not going to change, right? Doing what you're going to do, you're going to do it anyway, right? So me telling you that it's going to be crappy those first few years is not going to help. And then also, it's not accurate, because I mean, I might tell you it's going to be bad or not so great, and that might be accurate for the first few years, and then 4 or 5 years out, it takes off and you're doing gangbusters, and you're, raking it in, so it doesn't help for me to even answer that, to be honest with you. It's, I mean, I I'm doing it. I mean, I'm showing you the cars. Look what I got. I mean, you're celebrating. It looks like it's going to be great. But honestly, I can't tell you, because this is what I'm getting. But you might tomorrow change careers and not even do that career. You may decide to do something completely different, or go in a different direction, or what have you. That's why the question, I don't know if that is really helping you out at all, that particular question. Do you get what I mean? But this seems to be indicating that the key to success in your new career is creativity and communication. That 3 energy today. In addition to that, I also got the 8 of cups. 8 is abundance in numerology. I feel, again, it's a good indicator that you can have great abundance and prosperity in this career you're starting. However, it gives a little hint here. Cups are emotions. The individual in the card that's walking away and up the hill, up the side of the hill, onward and upward, away from these cups. Okay, he's arranged these cups perfectly like that. He is taken care of all of his emotional baggage. So it sounds to me like, in order for this to happen, for your career to really take off, is you need to do that. You need to get rid of any emotional baggage. For instance, if we were in a reading together, I'd be asking you a bunch of questions that would give me more information. So I just have to surmise things here, because we're doing chat and it's hard to get stuff back quick in the chat. So, just you asking this, Michelle, sometimes you just get the feeling, like, I get the feeling that you're questioning things, or otherwise, why would you be asking that question? And if you're questioning things, if you're doubting, that's going to hold you back from succeeding. So you need to let go of those doubts. And then the very next card is the literal success card in tarot, and 6 is success in numerology. So there you go. You can do really, well with this career, but you got to work on the doubts, I think, is what it's saying. Yeah. Oh, by the way, while Michelle was doing her thing there, I had the coffee page up, but also I was talking, or showing the sale, which I can talk about now. 75% off our lifetime membership. It's just 2 payments of $39. So you pay $39 now, a month from now, you pay $39. You're paid up for life. It includes my course free. You save $297. It includes certification. You save $124. And then, of course, being paid up for life, and saying, instead of paying your annual, like we had someone join today, Michelle, 40, yeah, we had a new premium member join today, 47
Nice.
$47 for the year. Well, think about that. If you pay $47 over the next 10 years, that's $470.
Yeah.
You can sign up for life for 2 payments of 39. It's
Yeah.
it's a steal, folks. Go over to psychic.cafe/sale and you can grab this. If you want to pay the full 78, 2 payments of 39 is $78. If you just want to make one payment, get it over with, put it on your credit card, whatever, you can do that. There's a link under the sign up button on the sale page that says one payment, and you can just click that and just pay the 78. Also, if you scroll down a bit, you'll see you could book a reading with me 50% off. That's right. So normally my readings, my sessions are $39.99. Sorry, I got that confused with the sale for life. Oh, telling you, there's just too much to get out. It's normally $99.99 and it's 50% off right now, so $50 off. So that comes out to $49.99. Yep. And you get your numerology and everything, and you can spend a lot more time. We can answer a lot more things, obviously, and go deeper, like I was talking a little bit ago. Okay, what else is going on? Took care of redoing some meals there.
And
Eva,
Ladybug
I
put
see it
her
in the
question
chat,
in.
but I'll retype it in case the others don't see it. Okay, why do I meet the men who waste my time? Oh, waste. Okay. She spelled waste like your waste. She means
Right.
trash, waste, WASTE. Okay. Why do I meet the men who waste my time and lead me on to believe he wants to be with me, but it never goes anywhere? You, me, and every other person out there. We all do. It's like the relationship was a lie the whole time. Well, it's not just that. It's the fact that we keep attracting the same person. Do you notice that? I keep doing that. I've done
Oh
that
yeah.
throughout my life, And the reason is the only thing we have to go on is our previous experiences, our previous relationships. So, when we're thinking of relationships and we are trying to meet new people and everything like that, where's our mind focused? On the past relationships. Not that we want that, but we'll be saying things to ourselves like, "Oh, I don't want another guy like that. Oh, I don't want to go through another relationship like that. Oh, I don't want to deal with, this and that this person used to do or didn't do, you know. So where's your attention? And what do we manifest? What do we attract in? What we have our attention on, right? So people always go, "Oh, well, I want a better relationship," while thinking in the back of their head, "Well, I don't want this, don't want this, don't want a guy like that, don't want a gal like this." Or they're talking to they're out talking to their girlfriends or their buddies or whatever, and it's like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to date another one like that. I wish I could find a nice," things like that. But it's presupposing and putting your attention on what you did in the past, and you just drag more of it in. Almost nobody thinks to not think of that stuff, to get over it, like that 8 of Cups I just had, and to focus on what they do want. If you really sit down, they can tell you what they don't want. But have you ever noticed, Michelle? They often can't even tell you what they want. That's the real secret, is
Mm-hmm.
figuring out what you want. And if it takes, an exercise to do that, you can take a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle, and all that stuff that you're focusing on that you shouldn't focus on, still write it all down on the left side there. Write down, every little, you hate that he doesn't, put the top on the toothpaste, and you don't want to you don't want to date short dudes anymore. You want to date taller dudes. You want someone that treats you good and, and doesn't fall asleep when you go to the movies. um, you know, uh, I mean, just write down every possible thing that you don't want in a relationship that might have happened to you in a previous relationship, or even if it didn't happen to you in a previous relationship, anything you don't want. And then on the, you have the line down the middle on the right side. What's the opposite thing of all of those things? What is it that's the opposite of that? How do you want things to be? Write those all down, because that's what you want to attract in. And then I always tell people to do this on a piece of paper. Don't do it on a notepad on your computer or your MacBook or your iPad or your phone, or put it on an actual piece of paper. Because then after you've written that down, and in the other column you've written exactly what you want, rip it in half, go outside, light a candle, fold up the half that's all the things you don't want, burn it, and let it go. And then you still got that other half that has everything you want. Focus on that. Imagine yourself getting that. What does that relationship feel like? Smell like, taste like, look like, sound like, the whole thing. But now you can focus on what you should be focused on, not, oh, I don't want another one of those relationships. So, but we can still pull some cards, Ladybug, and see what comes out.
Absolutely.
I just don't like being lied to. I sometimes think someone or something is working against me. You know, a lot of the times, have you noticed, Michelle, people go there because they think, well, it can't be me. It must be that the universe or this negative entity, like the devil or someone doing black magic on me, or
Mm-hmm.
what's the devil's minions? What do people
Um,
like? I can't think of it right now.
poof, gone.
See, and you're not even as old as me, and you're having senior moment brain farts.
I know.
I know. I know. What is the devil's minions, folks? The they're always depicted as those nasty creatures. It's like the opposite of angels.
Little gargoyles. No.
Angels,
Demons.
demons.
Little
That's
demons.
demons.
Yeah. Wow.
We couldn't think of the word demons. Anyway, it's like, oh, the demons are doing it to me. Or it's Aunt Patty. She always hated me. She's putting black magic spells on me. So it's like, so Ladybug puts it, sometimes I think someone or something is working against me. Well, most cases it's not. Most cases it's you're doing it to yourself, because and everybody goes, oh, well, I would not do that to myself. Come on. It's like, well, it's not like you're doing it on purpose on yourself. It's how the subconscious mind works. And you can't help but think about, you know. So it's a mind game, working at, decreasing the amount of time you're thinking of the negative and increasing the amount of time you're focused on what you really want and attracting that in. So what'd you find in the cards though for Ladybug?
Well, I found celebration,
Mm-hmm.
which tells me that she does not like being alone and she
Mm-hmm.
wants to be in a family unit. But I also have creativity, playfulness,
Mm.
and the most important one is friendliness. So, with these three, what I see here is it is time for you to use your creativity and use your playfulness. Be more of an go back to more of an innocent time in life. Not childish, but more innocent time, and find somebody that you can actually blend with and not just cohabitate with, not just fall in love with, but you can blend your soul, your essence, your whole life with, because that's the type of love you were looking for. But before you do that, take the time to get creative with yourself.
Mm.
and learn to celebrate yourself. Because if you don't learn to love you, you're not
Hmm.
going to be able to fully love somebody else.
Oh, I like that.
So
Yep.
now is the time to learn to love yourself.
Yes, yes. And this is the thing. I pulled some cards and got like the 10 of cups, the ideal situation.
Ooh.
Again, this is hinting at getting really clear about, what does it look like when you finally have it? You know, the other thing is the King of Cups came up, and that's having the emotional stability around this. I think emotionally you're being pulled around and everything, and you need to get, your emotions in check, get rid of the emotional baggage from previous relationships, and then focus on and come up with a crystal clear look at what it is, that you want to bring in. Then the Temperance card shows up, which is, literally the alchemist, doing the impossible here. It's a card of manifestation. It's He's straddled between the material realm and the spiritual realm. Basically, it's like you need to put into the spiritual realm, or put into consciousness what I was saying, what it is you want to ultimately attract, and then you will bring that out into the material realm. And here's another clue. I got the Page of Cups, so possibly a water sign. This is the kind of person that you need. Um, this may be suggesting that this person is around to actually come in now, but I was getting the feeling like the message from the universe is, this is what you should be looking at. And when you meet people, pay attention to, does the person, not necessarily, they're younger in this card, not necessarily chronologically younger, but they might be, have a youthful outlook on life. I mean, you need somebody that isn't stodgy and old, and you need somebody with a youthful outlook on life. And also, the other hint is, this person would be very um artistic, creative. You need somebody that's in touch with their own feelings, creative, artistic, that kind of person. So anyway, in addition to what Michelle got, that's a little bit to help you out there. And so some Salmil says, I will be firm regarding my decision from now on. Thanks, guys. Actually, I was doubtful because there's a lot of people demotivating me, but I will be firm going forward. And I asked them, why are they demotivating you? Like, do they think your area of career, like what career you want to go into, is oversaturated? You know, uh,
Hmm.
or do they think that you in particular are unable to do this career? Or, what's the deal with these people? Why would they not support you?
Right.
That's my
Yeah.
question. Let me know, or let us all know in chat there. Ladybug says thank you. Yay, Ladybug.
Oh, yay. Absolutely.
Cool. Cool. We are coming up on the top of the hour. So, let me tell you what's going on the network. Yes. So, once again, just going to mention the sale, psychic.cafe/sale. If you want to book a reading with me, 50% off. Scroll down, you can get it for $49.99. Actually had a couple of people do that recently, and it was really cool because I haven't been doing a lot with clients lately. I'm so busy getting other people clients. And then also obviously our 75% off lifetime membership as well. And then our Psychic Cafe. Uh, I'm going to be doing a show, as I said, on Thursday. Skipped Monday. I'm skipping tomorrow. We're doing every other day. This is all a big experiment, folks. We've been experimenting with, doing it every day.
Yeah.
Um, that doesn't seem to be like bringing a lot of new people in, filling up the chat necessarily, or anything like that. Maybe it's overkill. I don't know. So now we're backing off a little bit. Same thing with the Sunday meetings. We'll get to that in a second, but I just wanted to mention, so not tomorrow, but you go to psychic.cafe/live at 6:30 p.m. San Diego time. That's West Coast, 9:30 p.m. New York time, US East Coast, on Thursday, this coming Thursday. And then Friday, it's still up in the air. I haven't heard from Catherine in 9 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wanted to mention to Charlotte, I don't know who else from the Tarot Guild and from Psychic Talk, Psychic Cafe are in touch with Catherine. If you're in touch with Catherine, if you were able to message her and she messaged back, talk to her, anything in the last couple of days, send me a message, or even put it in chat here, or send me a Facebook message and let me know. Because I sent, the last time I talked to her was the 31st. She was paying her host fee for April. And then on Friday was going to be her first show. I sent her this banner, the new banner for April. Wanted to do something for spring. And I asked her, are you going to be doing your show? Because obviously this was on Friday after she did not do her show on the 5th. So we did a show in the evening. Are you going to do your show on the 12th? That was the 5th. That was 4 days ago. Okay.
Wow.
And I never heard from her. And it's been 9 days total since she last messaged me. So I don't know. Again, it's Tuesday already. I don't know if we're doing a show on Friday or not. So as soon as I know from Catherine, then I'll know whether to set it up for her or not. If she's not doing a show again this Friday, I don't know. I may or may not do a show, because we're kind of doing like every other day. So Tuesday, Thursday, it would be Saturday. And
Right.
and we already know that Michelle's going to be doing Michelle's Mystic Corner
Yay.
on Saturday. Yes, yes. And now, of course, this banner is for the 27th, but this will be the 13th, this coming Saturday. And Michelle will be talking about our favorite thing, Lernaman,
Lamar.
the Len-
Yes.
the Lennies. Yes. What is a Lenormand deck? Why should you try it? How do you read with Lennies compared to reading with angel cards or oracle cards or tarot cards? So that'll be a fun little discussion thing there. And maybe she'll show some of her decks and some of her cards and everything. But then her
Absolutely.
her her next show is going to be the fourth Saturday, because it's the second and fourth Saturdays of the month. So it'll be the 27th. And on that second show this month, she's going to have on psychic medium Sunny Hancock, her
Yay.
first
Woohoo.
guest. Do you have your questions all set up for Sunny?
I have quite a few ready
Awesome.
for Sunny.
Awesome. And just like the shows, we've been doing these live Zoom meetings since the beginning of the year, and we were doing them like every Sunday. And occasionally we'd miss a Sunday here and there, but we did a lot of these Zoom meetings. I think we even did one or two during the week, but we've been doing them mostly on Sundays. And our idea was to do this and have this available every Sunday. But I got to tell you, folks, thousands of people on the Tarot Guild group on Facebook, hundreds and hundreds of members on the new old Ning site. I call it the new old because it was our new site that we built when the old one crashed. We got up to over 700 people on there out of the thousands of actual members, found the new site. And now we've got the new site, Psychic Cafe. Well, the old Ning site is going away, and we actually started these Zoom meetings and Q&As because we wanted to orient people, do an orientation to the new platform, Psychic Cafe. So we could talk about the features and how do you send a message, how do you do a blog post, post a article, post a event that you have upcoming, how do you do your profile picture, your cover for your profile, your buttons so people can order readings from you, how do you get a custom URL, all that kind of stuff. So we decided to start having these meetings, and for everybody else and people that are like students in my course that have questions about tarot and numerology and everything is fair game during these sessions. Okay. But people are not showing up. It's the same handful of people. And I don't mind that because it's fun hanging out with Michelle and Dan and Charlotte and occasionally Ellie and
Nicholas
Nicholas and Jill will pop in on occasion, and you know
mhm.
other lifetime members. It's mostly the lifetime members that show up. The premium
Yeah.
the premium members that are paying every month or every year, they don't even show up for anything. And this is your opportunity. This is when you get us live and can ask anything, any question about tarot, numerology, psychic development, any question about the guild or becoming a member or getting certified as a practitioner, a tarot reader or a certified psychic advisor, we call them. If you're not, if you're not doing tarot, but you're doing, like, I don't know, astrology, numerology, psychic mediumship, animal communicator, we call it a psychic advisor.
Yeah.
It covers everything, even tarot reader, right?
Yep.
Um, yeah, you might have questions on all this stuff. You know, um, Maybe you have a question about being a host on Psychic Talk. You want to do your own show, do your own podcast, YouTube show. We can help you out with that. Take advantage of these meetings. But this is the reason why I'm saying a lot about it, Michelle, and bringing this all up is because just like the shows,
Mhm.
I don't think it's paying off.
Yeah, I agree.
And so my thought on that, Michelle, is that we should cut back.
Yep.
Maybe every other Sunday. And especially because we do at least a couple of shows, besides the, you know, Catherine's show, your show, Maria's show, but like these shows, these kind of shows, the Psychic Talk ones, we do
Mhm.
at least two or three every week. And
Yep.
just like the Zoom meetings, you're more than welcome to come to these shows live and ask your questions as well. So I think we're here all the time for our members. I don't think we need to do a unless we're having a workshop or something. I don't think we need to do a Zoom meeting every Sunday, maybe every other Sunday
Yeah,
or
or
once a month.
every yeah, every third Sunday.
And then also because Sundays we already have the angelic view on the first and the third, so I'm thinking of doing it second and fourth Sundays.
Oh, yeah.
So like your show will be on Saturday, and then we'll tell everybody on your show that, hey, on Sunday we're not having a show, we're having a private Zoom meeting for our members.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like
hey,
that.
and everybody's invited to these things.
Yep.
So we're not going to do it anymore every Sunday, but depending on the Sunday, if we do a show, I might make myself available. Like I might say, hey, after the show, I'm going to turn on Zoom. Here's the link, and you guys can, come join me, if you have questions about something. So I might do it impromptu like that. I may even do it on some of these day shows like this.
Yeah.
Nighttime, nighttime, I'm pretty tired after the shows. But if I
Yeah.
but if I do a show like this, and if I keep it to an hour, I can say, "Hey, I'm gonna pop on Zoom, Psychic Talk. I mean, not Psychic Talk. The URL would be, let me pop that up there.
Psychic.cafe.
Let me, oh, shoot, wrong thing. Hold on. I was doing this. I was hitting the subscribe thing by mistake. Hey, don't forget to
Oh, yes.
subscribe to the channel, though. Good thing I
And
did that.
like.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. It would be psychic.cafe/Zoom. I'll just set up an impromptu, what do you call it? Zoom meeting
Zoom meeting. Yeah.
and say, hey, after the show, you got any questions? Pop in there. You want to do a reading, pop in there. I'll send you the purchase code or whatever. Different things like that. I think we're gonna start doing different things. Like I said, this has just been a huge experiment since the beginning of the year, doing different things with these meetings, with these shows, and it's going to keep evolving. We're not, just going to write everything in stone. We're going to try different things.
Yeah,
It's,
absolutely.
like we're trying the night shows too. That's still a test in progress, right?
Yep.
Yep. So also I wanted to mention that the next angelic view um is up in the air. And
Oh,
again, kind of like Catherine, but not quite as bad. Anyway, this is the deal. Her next one, Maria's next one, too many people with names start with M. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, it would have been, it may still be, I don't know. It may be the 21st. That's when the next angelic view is supposed to air. However, I know that it's not that week. It's a week later or so. Um, Artie and Maria, that's Maria's husband. They are snowbirding. They're picking up, and taking the RV and going from where they have moved from New York to Florida. They're going from Florida back up to New York. I think Hudson Valley. And they're going to hang out up there, and the summer's coming, it, and they're going to escape the mosquitoes and the heat and the humidity in Florida, hopefully. And it's a little cooler there in Hudson Valley. And yeah, so they're going up there. And because of the travel time and all that stuff, she may not be able to do a show on the 21st. Um, Possibly because it's before they leave. Don't know. And then it's going to be, May, June, July. It's going to be kind of hit and miss with her show.
okay.
But I told her,
Wow.
I said, why not pre-record some or do
Yeah.
like one live show a month and then pre-record the other one or something like
Yeah.
that. So
Yep.
she's still figuring out. The other thing is that she's not going to be at home in her home office. She's going to be out, like they're literally going to be in an RV, so there's like two rooms. She doesn't want to do a live from the RV. I said, hey, put a background, like, because on Sunday when we did the show, before the show, we were talking and she loved the cafe background that I had
Yeah.
up. And she said, I said to her, why don't you just do this? In fact,
Yeah.
I'll give you this. I'll give you the cafe, the little, it's actually a very short video that loops. And I'll give you the video. You can, put it onto your Zoom. And they'll never know you're in the little RV, and
Exactly.
and then just send Artie out. Artie, go fishing for a couple hours. I got a show to, you know. So we'll see what happens with Maria and her show,
Nice.
you
All
know.
right.
But she's going to continue to pay her host fee, and we're going to continue to, promote her book and everything. In fact, speaking of that, let's put up the angelic, or
Ooh,
sorry,
yes.
the Angel Practitioner Handbook revised edition, which just came out. Yes, and you can grab a copy of that. Uh, It's available on Amazon. Psychic.cafe/angel book will take you there. I'm going to put it in the chat too while I'm thinking about it.
Oh,
HTTPS
good. Yeah.
psychic.cafe/angel book. There you go. And let me make a hold on a second. It's being weird. Let me try to grab a copy of that. Oh, shoot. No way. I tried to copy the URL and it gives me like this, 20-mile long
Oh,
thing.
goodness.
That's not what I wanted. Let me try it again. I'm just going to type it in. Okay. Psychic.cafe slash. I'm going to do the coffee one. Let me copy that because then I'll be able to pop them in faster in the future here. And I'll do Michelle's page, my page. This is where you can book readings with us. You can talk to us in between shows. There you go. Angel Book, Coffee,
Yes.
Michelle, Dax. Do you notice a theme here, folks? All of our URLs are very simple. It's
Yeah.
wherever you want to go. So it's psychic.cafe/wherever you want to go.
Yep.
Do you want to come here to a live? Psychic.cafe/live. You want to go and see our show schedule? Go to psychic.cafe/shows. I mean, it is really that simple.
It is so nice. I like it.
There you go. There you go. And as long as I'm mentioning her book, let me mention Understanding Tarot by Pam Richards came out in November of 2022. So it's not brand new. Okay. It's a year and a few months old, but it's like it's brand new. It's one of the newest of the what do you call it? How to learn tarot. And if you're
Yeah.
if especially if you use the traditional Waite Smith deck, that's what this is designed for, is that. And I think it's Understanding Tarot is our URL that'll take you there. Psyche.cafe/understanding tarot. She also has a group of the same name, Understanding Tarot, with I don't know what it's up to, 60,000 people. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Anyway, there you go. What's
Awesome.
going on? Are we getting any? Oh, wait, what did Dan said something about how how about doing the Zoom Q&A if Maria misses a day and do it live on here, maybe so more people can really see what is being built. Yes. So yeah, I mean, we can do a live on YouTube that is actually our Zoom discussion/Q&A session. We can invite people to the Zoom and they can also come here or both or either. Yeah. Yeah. So was there any other questions?
I don't think so.
Hmm. And Dan was helping out Samil a lot there. Trying to figure out what Sal meal. I know I'm butchering that name,
Hmm.
but I can't figure out how else to pronounce it. My classmates think I cannot do good in my career as I face problems in education. But what does that mean? You're having difficulty with the coursework? And then
Hmm.
and then they say list doing more hard work and getting less rewards. So that's what it is. And
Hi, Gertie.
Dan says you have identified the root, and from roots a beautiful flower may bloom. So keep watering and tending the plant so it thrives. Hey, Rudy's
Hmm.
back. Yeah. Yeah. See, Dan can say some like really insightful things.
He really can.
Yeah. You would never know it from his normal nutcase demeanor. Anyway, back when who was it that was saying about, attracting the same guy in all the time and, you know, uh, should having trouble like signing the divorce papers and everything like
Oh,
that.
right.
And instantly what popped in my mind, well, Michelle puts up with Dan, you know.
There's a numerological, ooh, I said it right.
Sweet.
Destiny. Okay, a numerological path behind Dan. I had no
Oh.
choice. The universe made me.
Yeah. You know what I'm wondering is, now that you're interviewing people, when are you going to interview Dan on your show
Ooh.
and talk about your mutual interest in the woo-woo and his intuition thing and all
Mm.
that kind of cool stuff? I know Dan secretly wants to do a show. He just doesn't know what to do.
Yep.
However, he is taking my course because he's a
He
lifetime
is.
member and he has my course.
Yes.
Yes, yes. By the way, if you need the life coaching course, just let me know. I'll
Hmm.
I'll get that to you guys. Um,
Yes.
yeah, and so
He
I
could be
think
May.
I think I think after he does the course and such, I think he'll grasp what he wants to do as far as being an advisor.
Yeah.
He always told me though that he could just, do it what do you call it?
Intuitively.
Yeah, kind of like intuitively. I was thinking like he's more of a what do they call that? Like a psychic clairvoyant, only it's not that clair. It's the other clairsentient, maybe. I think he's more clairsentient.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he
They,
is.
they kind of get a feeling idea
Hmm.
of things.
He just knows things.
Yeah, it's I think sentience is clear or clear knowing, and so it's knowing without necessarily like a clairaudient or a clairvoyant is seeing or hearing specific
Hmm.
information, and the clairsentient doesn't necessarily get the specific clear, it looks like this, it sounds like this. Instead they just know,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see him on these shows with a turban and a microphone. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Dan put in the chat. He's got a new thing. Empath empathic. Let me try to get the word right. Empathic advisor.
There
Oh,
we go.
that might be the start of something real, like completely new.
Yeah.
Dan could have his own workshop, becoming an empathic. Try to say that 5 times fast.
I'm
Empathic.
good. Pathetic,
Yeah.
empathic.
Jill says she likes that too. Become an empathic advisor. Yeah, I think you need to do that. Let's get Jill says, let's get Dan a turban. Okay, everybody, we're pitching in. We're getting an
Yep,
empathic advisor turban.
that's right.
Yeah.
uh,
He says, I have ideas. It's just nailing down a particular one to start. Oh, and that's the thing. And not just for Dan, but like for everybody that's thinking of being a psychic advisor, you can start in one area and then expand out into other things. Maybe you want to do oracle cards and then you end up doing animal communication, or you want to do tarot and you end up becoming a psychic medium, for instance, or something like that. Oh my god. And then Jill, who's meta crazy, and Dan, you and I need to do a show together. Can you imagine that?
oh my God, it would go on forever.
They should just call the show that Meta Crazy, because they're both crazy. So it would just be a match made in heaven. Sorry.
Meta Crazy and Turban Dan.
I know. Well, when
Uh,
Dan's ready, we can always do a show, during the week like this and have him come on. It's really bad. We can always delete the show off YouTube. No, but
that's true.
no, no, but to get his feet wet, he could come on here and then you can have him on one of your two shows, one of the two Saturdays, have him on as a guest and interview him about like all the different stuff and
Yeah.
the being empathic and psychic intuition and how it happened to him and did he develop it and what techniques did he use and what else he's interested in.
Yep.
Yep. It would. Oh, Dan said it would be
Mega
mega
crazy.
crazy. Yes, it would be meta and meta crazy.
All right,
That's what they should call
Charlotte.
it. Mega meta crazy.
A bath towel should work fine as a turban. Yes, Charlotte,
Oh
it should
yeah,
work.
he could do the towel thing. Yeah.
Here,
Well,
Charlotte, just for you. There you go.
oh, the
Look-ee.
baby kitties.
This is Teddy Bear. Look at how cute he is. Put your arm
Look,
down. Put
like the
your
paw
arm
goes up and
down.
yeah. So I'm not seeing any more questions. I think we can call it a day.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think, Teddy Bear? Yeah.
Oh, and
He's my sidekick. He just sits here with me.
yeah. Oh, and I'm doing that show on Thursday night, and if you decide that you want to, you can pop
Yeah.
on.
If nobody else joins you, I will be there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or maybe we can ask Charlotte to do it with us. If you
Yeah.
if you want to do the three of us again as co-hosts, have three.
Yeah, I would love that.
Rudy says so
What do
cute.
you think, Charlotte?
Yeah, Charlotte, let us know if you want to be on Thursday night. It could just be me and you, or it could be me and you and Michelle. I'm leaning towards you and me and Michelle. What do you think?
Yeah,
Let us know
me
what you
too.
think. The Cafe
I'm
Crazy
so, yeah, the
with
cafe
Dan and
crazy hour.
Jill. Dan and Jill went up a hill and what? Oh, I want one of those. So okay, bad. So
Oh,
Charlotte, let us know if you want to be on Thursday night. I was waiting before we got off air to see what she says, but she's not saying yes or no. Maybe she got scared the last couple of times she's been on.
yeah. Have you ever seen the show Community?
Doesn't sound familiar. What kind of show is it?
Some off the wall comedy
Oh,
TV series?
I think I missed that one.
Okay. Well, it's lame. It's a just a quick TV series, but there are these two characters, and it's Troy and Abed in the morning that do this little show, and it makes me think of Jill and Dan doing a show together. So if you get the chance,
Mm-hmm.
watch Community, Troy and Abed.
I'm typing to Charlotte on Facebook now. I'm trying to see if she wants to do the show Thursday. Dan, the Brady Bunch Psycho Hour. Yeah, it's not psychic hour, it's psycho.
That's right.
Or you guys could call it the Psycho Cafe with Jill and Dan.
Yes. And what's in your coffee cup?
What's in your coffee cup? Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I'd love to do another show and keep my fingers crossed for more animal communication questions. Yay!
Oh, good. We're gonna get into the animal communication. Oh, and it's so funny. We went through that whole thing when it was just Charlotte and I on that show. Was that during the day? Was that last week during the day, or did we do an evening show? I can't remember. But it
Can't
was,
remember now.
we did the show with the three of us, and then I did a show later that the next week with Charlotte, and it was just the two of us. And I had intended to like ask her a bunch of questions like, Charlotte, are you listening? Because this is what I'd like to do on Thursday that I didn't get to do. Is I wanted to ask her about the animal communication. So I was going to ask her, why the animal communication, what's the course like that she is taking, how far through it is she, what's it been like, the messages coming in, how's that working for you, blah, blah, blah. Yes, babe. What did you put in my coffee cup this morning? Dan said. Okay, so Charlotte,
I'll never tell.
it looks like Charlotte is going to join us on Thursday. Can't wait.
Yay!
Yeah. So I guess let's say goodbye to everybody, Michelle.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining.
And if you haven't yet, come over and sign up on psychic.cafe. Free. You get a free profile. Can message us. Come hang out. We'll talk to you all later on. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, that's over with.